Hi there, welcome back. Okay, so now going to drop back into Photoshop. This is our Quixel section. Now, you never used Quixel NDO and DDO? Very, very easy to use indeed. Okay, you're going to get this cube, you're going to get this part over here, which basically says layer 2, because that's the one I've got selected. So you plop it in the background and it'll update and go to the background and so on and so on. If I right click and move around this cube here, it moves the real-time lighting. I use my middle mouse button, I rotate it, left mouse button, I move it, middle mouse button, and middle mouse wheel, it scrolls it in and out. Okay, you've got to move it down there for the minute. If you don't want to see it, just turn it off for the minute. What I need to do is basically convert this into some additional maps that I can use. Okay, so if I just go over to here to my presets, you'll see that we have various different materials that we can work from. Now my active document, my active PSD here, should work absolutely fine, I hope. I'm going to close down anything else that I've got open at the minute, because I don't really want to use any more memory than I have to, because you wouldn't believe the amount of processes this thing does. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Presets, Stone Wall, because that's what we are making. I'm not going to use full spectrum, let me see. And I'm going to click Active Doc, and it will start the conversion process. Now sometimes it takes forever, sometimes it doesn't take too long. At the minute it doesn't look like it's taking too long, but then again I'm not running several tools all simultaneously. I've only got an 8 gig machine. You new folk with your swanky machines with a trillion gigabytes of memory will probably find it faster. But what this is going to do is it's going to automatically generate a normal map for me, and possibly some other maps as well. So let's just see what it does. You can see it's creating all these named layers at the minute. There we go, that's our photo normal created and applied. That wasn't too hard, was it? Now if I just zoom in, you can see, if I just move my right button around, the normals are simple, but they're there. And you can see them on here as well. Now I can adjust the various things here, so I can increase my crisp detail, sharp definition, chiseled grains. So let's just put those up a bit, and you'll see it basically allows us to just tweak with it, change the volume a bit, medium, large, and large, so the larger cracks stand out more. There we go. And that seems to be okay for me. I'm perfectly content with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. A couple of different formats I can save it as. So save as, and I'll just turn off this preview square because it's in my way now. Pick a nice format for it, maybe a target image file, a TGA. And let's give it a name, so wall 1 normal. And click save. Just have 24 bits of pixel, that should do. Okay, we've got this TGA here, and obviously we can use it in 3ds Max should we feel that we absolutely have to. Now another thing we can do from this, if I just go over here, is I can convert this as well into perhaps a specular map, which will come in useful. Again, use my active document. Speculars always come in really handy. So just give it a minute whilst it basically separates this all out. It's made us a displacement map, and from the displacement it will start to build the specular. A lot of the time the displacement map isn't too accurate that it creates, simply because it kind of puffs around the edges a bit. But it's getting there. There we go, specular. And we can change our ambient occlusion depth and stuff. Just perhaps remove some edge contrast if we need to. You can see all the basically what all the various different options do. I'm just trying to come up with a good kind of bit of highlighting there on the side of the bricks that will show quite nicely. Okay, so don't know if I want too much ambient occlusion depth or not. I probably don't. I'll move that down. There we go. That should do it. So file, I'm going to save as. Same as before, just a target. All one. Specular. And click save. There we go. Okay, I'm going to close this down now because I don't need it. And this one, because I don't need that either. That leaves me this fine fella here. Again, another convert. And let me see. All-round height map, diffuse map, maybe ambient occlusion. Okay, so we'll have ambient occlusion and diffuse this time. I can do more than one at once, you see. And click. And again, it'll try and calculate it all. And of course it labels everything, which is very helpful. Does not take long. Okay, so there's our ambient occlusion map. And let's have a check of the large shadow. Okay, file, save as. And again, just simple target. Wall AO. Or ambient, whichever you prefer. Do I want to save the changes? No. And no. Now, is there anything else I want to convert with this? Like I said, I don't really want any height or anything. No, I think that'll probably be fine. I've got basically the 4 textures that I want here, including my basic texture here, which I shall also save as a TGA. So this will be wall, diffuse. Okay, like so. And now I can close down NDO, because you don't want it running alongside its slightly more surly brother DDO. And what DDO is going to do is it's going to take this basic texture, add in the other ones that I have here, like the normal and all those other good things, and it's going to create a rather lovely map for us. So again, our preview options here, we'll have a look at that soon. Modules, automation hub. There we go. This is where we want to basically load our stuff. If I go to quick load and just find my folder, which I think's wall 1. There you go, you can see I can just grab these 4 just here, click open, and it will automatically assign them. You see ambient occlusion, normal, diffuse, specular. Next one I need to do is decide exactly what kind of environment I'm going to have. So if I click on this, wait, we can choose what kind of erosion we're going to have here. So dried on dirt, for example, that's always a good one. Lichen, moss, top moss, wet mud, lots of scratches and stuff. Basically this is kind of the wear that you'd expect over long periods of time. I always like the metallic rust. Let's have a look. Leaky mud's nice, I must admit. Oh, decisions. I'm just going to use this in its basic form as well. I'm not going to do anything particularly cunning with it. Rock. So you can see what it does there. Dull rock. Don't want metal leaks, no matter how exciting that may look. Over the top wear. I like that one. And now for our shades. We're on grey shades at the moment. Probably continue to use grey shades rather than these clean metals. So let's see, black gold, tan fabric, white worn weapons. I want shades of grey, I think. Although I do like orange. Grey shades, there it is. Okay. So I've got all these boxes ticked because I've got my specular. I want to create basically all these maps. My work resolution, I'm just going to have full, detail size normal. Right, let's press this button, and then basically it's going to take a little while. And while it takes a little while, I think I'll pause. There we go. And this is what DDO does. It creates this beautiful, beautiful mess. And it really is wonderful as well. And we've got all these options here for kind of making areas look just dirty or rusty or whatever. You notice it does look kind of metallic. That's just the way I chose it, I suppose. We can reduce the oxidization if we want. See? So reduce it in the diffuse or the specular or anything else. We can add larger acid burns or less large. So you see how these all come together. We can also kind of go for the grunge here. If I just select grunge, and here you can see all the lovely little things we can do on that. These are basically all the things that it's kind of piled in. So there's our bottom mud, for example. See? So we can change how much of this stuff we have and how it affects us in our various different layers. Such a beautiful, beautiful tool, this. And of course we can add new things to it if we want to as well. So for example, if we wanted to add a detail to it, we can add these more random scraps or edge chips, you know. So let's say for example you want something mechanical. This is everything under mechanical. Super sharp edge wear, paint wear, rasps. Rasps look nice, don't they? You know, all these things just go straight on. But this is just the most basic one. This is just retardedly easy. And another good thing is that if I just click here on the previewer, give it a minute. It's just going to build our materials for us. There you go, and you can see it now applied. Okay, and obviously how the lighting hits it and everything, which really does lift our model to a whole new level, really. It's beautiful, it really is. And you can see that the detail's really finely baked in. And it was so easy, I mean, it really was. It creates kind of that brown look that you get with a lot of modern games, but it's what the kids expect, really, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to let this finish doing whatever it is that it's churning up. I'm going to save this. So save as. And again, I'm just going to, let's see, go to my target and then go to my correct folder, because I don't think I'm in the right one. Where am I? Yes, I am. Wall 1. Tremendous. Okay, so let's just open up that folder, just have a quick look at it. Yep, there we go. Diffuse, glossiness, normal, specular. And the PSD that goes with it. More than you could ever want, ever. Fantastic. Just cancel that. And just close this down now, because I'm basically finished with it. I don't really need to do much. Okay, so there's our original. If I go into 3ds Max, and I'm just going to create a quick copy of this. And in our second material, just to show you, bitmap, I'm going to create a texture using this diffuse. Okay, and now you can see the difference between the two. We don't have the issues now with the tiled bricks or with it even looking remotely clean, because it doesn't. It's just shockingly dirty. Okay, hopefully point has now been made. Right, what I can also do at this point is go to export and export non-native file formats. So here we are. File, export, export selected. And I'm going to go to my correct folder here, Wall 1. And I'm going to save this as Wall 1. FBX format, click Save. Just have a quick look at these. Make sure everything seems okay. Click OK, it's done. It does not take long. Okay, and if I just go across to my thing here, I can now go to my Quixel tools, like so, make a note, exported as FBX. Done. And that one is now over there, you see, in Quixel tools. So I should probably consider renaming this actually. Quixel tools / completed. Because they are. I mean, obviously we haven't moved as far as the whole UDK process, but they're in Quixel, so that's cool. Right then, I'm going to stop and see you in the next bit.